Yeah, y'all know what it is. It's your man Hakim Green, channel live and direct. BDP all day, every day. All we do is spark, mad, ism, live and direct on Madism TV, Madism Sports, episode 105 out this month.
105.
Y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
105. Yes.
I can't hear y'all.
We can hear you.
Oh, there you go. Turn the volume up.
That normally helps there.
You know what I mean? Yeah, man, we just trooping right along, man. 105 episodes, brothers.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. Wes is going to be joining us shortly. He has some after work errands to run. So, he let it be known that he was going to be dipping in late. Might just have to be via audio. In the meantime, I'm getting it together. I'm a little late myself. Sorry about that, fellas. Usually I'm sitting in the building waiting for y'all to join on.
Yeah. 24 hours of peace.
That wasn't the case today.
Safely having fun. Real hip hop for the people.
Yeah, man. So I got to tell you before I start this video, I feel so good.
The Lakers.
The
Lakers.
Nah. We gonna talk about that. Not that, but I feel good because I get a chance to work out every day, get my body right. Cliff, you definitely know what it was for me throughout the 90s and the 2000s and the 2010s. Hot was about to fall apart any second, and I'm on my regimen. And it's like, man, I could do things I haven't been able to do since 1987, man. It's amazing. It is amazing. So I want to encourage everybody out there, especially all my over 50 folks, get in the gym if you can. Calisthenics, something. Cardio.
Get on the yoga mat. Do something.
Yoga, something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you. Crucial.
Yeah. 24 hours, peace, love, unity, safety, having fun. Real hip hop for the people. It's an engagement. It's a demonstration. Using hip hop culture to get you activated. Let the people hear the bass, the vibration, the love, peace, unity, and watch them add on. It's a culture. It's not just rapping. It's not what we do. It's how we do it. We're doing it right here, Springfield Avenue, between Bergen and Plum. 24 hours straight, man. It's crazy.
We the people. The people of the culture.
Yeah, Lawrence.
Fire. The hip hop culture.
Yeah, we love rap.
That's
But it's really about the culture.
Yeah, let them know how.
The culture.
What up, man?
You know a hard head makes it soft behind. If I only knew my schoolwork like I knew their rhymes. Mom upside my head, I'm trying to memorize every line. High power rap breaks, super rhymes. Deep into the culture, didn't even know it. Young entrepreneurs spitting bars like a poet in a rush to be mature behind bars when we blow it. In the boat that rappers too immature to outgrow it. It was more than just music, something next to breathing. I get giddy like a baby trying to spit while I'm feeding. The mic I be squeezing, dropping facts like I'm teaching, leaking flows for the perfect beat seeking. Mama used to say, take your time, young man. But I'm trying to feel a light so you can see when I tan. I'm like one I never ran, I'm a fan but never stand. Just take a black way to the east, Xing out the clan.
Holy integrated, having omnipresent, we are.
But no one's stopping about the people.
Holy integrated, having omnipresent, we are.
But no one's stopping about the people.
Pueblo Unido, grassroots Steve Pico. Rule number one, never forget the people. I live that, I give back. Hard in it, no gimmick, straight facts. From the start, I'm the light from the dark. Born from black art, knew my part. Daddy gave me, mama made me. Milk raised me, hip hop saved me. For the culture now, for the black and brown. Carry it underground, sun up to sundown. Till my people get out, milk the town south, spread like word of mouth. While you cowards is hooded, we battle the bullet. Black lives to the fullest. Out here to the end, stronger together. that's the day we win.
Holy integrated, having omnipresent, we are.
But no one stops to think about the people.
Holy integrated, having omnipresent, we are.
But no one stops to think about the people.
The legends before me are ones I want to get it like, but hitting quick hit different when hitting right. My ties is thing of hours is birthrights. Who's next for the culture and them searchlights? Do it, this music, I'm trying to talk through it. Every plan on my own, I watch the line do it. Airborne to skeeky, like a window through it. Trumpets blow, this song's here, melodic ruins. Think forward before they have to think forward. Roll back, I talk that, I'm enormous. Informants when present in your boy performing. Especially when them drums snap by Ryan Lawrence. Doing all that poet talk of the line crosser. Me, Hakim, I speak by your flying saucers. Make it worth it, I can't take no people offers. Start still and deliver, and you know the offer.
Holy integrated, having omnipresent, we are.
But no one stops to think about the people.
Holy integrated, having omnipresent, we are. The people.
That was Real Hip Hop for the People by your man Hakim Green, featuring Do It All Kelly, Westwood Councilman Dupre, Do It All Kelly, Chief of Staff for the Honorable Mayor Roz Baraka, Amiri Baraka Jr., G. Simone, the wife of KRS-One, Ron Lawrence on the track, Rock Davis on the video. Don't really get much more hip hop than that, brothers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, right now I got us live on Instagram right now. You know, trying to let people know we over here at Madism TV on Facebook and YouTube.
Yes,
You know, you can go to youtube.com/c/Madism. Go to the page and check us out live and direct. That's the way it's going down. And your man Hakim is definitely smoking Madism, and we over here drinking
Milk does the body good.
peanut punch.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Yeah, we got cashews, peanuts, little protein powder. I got some Irish sea moss in there, cayenne, nutmeg, peanut butter, banana, almond milk.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
You know, if you really want to step the game up, you put some ginseng in that mud. You know what I mean?
Taking care
That's
of
going all night, if you know what I mean.
Get the yang. Get the yang.
Get that, you know what I mean? Get that yang up, you know what I mean?
Oat flowing, huh?
The oat flowing out this mud. Like, you know what I mean? But yeah, brothers, you know, last week was incredible. We had Ricky Davis on the show. You know, that was amazing. Yeah, I mean, he basically talked that nonsense against the king.
He was speaking truth.
Talking that slander.
It's funny how. Can y'all hear me?
Yes,
yeah.
Can y'all hear me? Okay, it's funny how Hawk is always, he got that smile and grin when them cats be on the line. Then he get them off the line. He be like, it's slander. Blasphemy. Oh,
That
man.
man.
I don't want to pull the brother's car. You know, I don't want to discredit the man's career in the NBA. You know what I mean? That's
Listen,
all right.
he only played in the NBA. He only played in it. He only played against all three cats. You know, no big deal.
All right, okay. All right.
Yeah, he only spoke the truth.
You know,
Only spoke the truth about your boy. That's all.
I mean, but I tell Paul Pierce speaking the truth. Phil was like, nah, he wildin'. Yeah, Paul Pierce. All right, I'm gonna go get Tristan Thompson on the show. Then what?
Listen, if it's out of their own mouth,
Tristan say
yeah.
is valid. You know, Tristan on nothing he say is valid.
Well,
did you see that he resigned with the Lakers?
Yeah, last day he signed.
Yep. Rowdy Roz on IG. What up, brother? Yeah, so Let me pull it this way. Yeah, man. So I seen something disturbing online today, and bothered me. Actually, damn, Wes popped out. Shit. Well, the conversation about um, Stephen A. Smith.
What happened?
Well, I'm gonna pull it up, but it's like we give too many passes, and we give people passes. It's like, how do how do you deserve this pass? How do you get this pass? Wait a minute, let me find it. We was talking about Donald Trump.
Oh,
Yeah, it was like, bro, come on, man. Like, where is it? So then, that in conjunction with the audio of the college coach that was just going in with the racial epithets and talking about hanging. Did you catch wind of that, guys?
No.
Oh my
Which
God.
college coach was that?
Mark. See, I was late today, or I would have had all of this lined up. But hold on, let me bring Wes back in.
What school does he coach at? I haven't heard anything about that.
Yo, Wes.
Yeah.
Who's the coach?
Yep.
Who's the coach? Shit, they still making Trump the villain. So JT, just so you know, Central Park 5, look it up. He doubled down before he became the president. That dude has no good intentions for black people. Stop it. So stop it. Like his whole movement is racist. His whole movement is about disempowering centers of black progress over the last 40, 50 years. Like, this ain't like just because he's president. When you look at his history since the 70s, like Dr. Maya Angelou told us, light racist, but all talk. Nah, bro. Like Dr. Maya Angelou told us, when a person shows you who they are, believe them. When a person shows you who they are, believe them. When you look at the types of federal judges Donald Trump appointed while he was president, you see a lot of what's going on in Tennessee, a lot of what's going on in Kentucky, a lot of what's going on in all these places were appointments and political connections to Trump. So, nah, it ain't slight. It's all about power and how power is used to disenfranchise groups of people, not how you treat individuals. Racism is about a system. It's not about an individual like or dislike. So, like, when we talk about that in sports and all these different issues come up every single day pertaining black athletes, and we wonder why, is because there's a system in place. And people have been put in place to keep the system running, to keep the system in place. So I'm going to find this thing on Stephen A. Smith. Wes, the coach, the college coach that got caught on video just going in with the racism, talking about hanging black people, nigga left and right, nigga this, nigga that.
So this clearly was an all-white team.
No.
So he was saying all this, and there was brothers on the
Yeah,
team?
I'm trying to think.
Mark Taylor? Hold on, let me find this. And I get back to that Trump. Mark Taylor, college coach, racism. Racist remarks from Middle Georgia football coach Sparks. What did Mark Taylor say? I saw the YouTube. Hold on, let me go back. Yo, it's despicable, bro. It's like,
a lot of people don't know this, but if you have the YouTube app on your phone, you could be using it to make homeless ones on the street.
There you go. Watch this. It's scary. It's scary. There we go.
Every restaurant looking in here is black. Every car beside them is black. They can have it, man. It used to be a fun place to come to up here. They can have this place right here. And stuff. Yeah, ain't no way. Ain't no way. Just there's your. Yeah, it was just a sign up there had Obama and all them on there and stuff, man. So, yeah, that's all that's up here. That's all that's up here, man. And stuff is just crap. Yeah.
In this video is Mark Taylor, a football coach who owns Speed Edge Sports.
You and boy need to come up here and go hunting. Yeah. And stuff, man. Ain't nothing here, dog. Ain't nothing but black up here. That's all it is. Atlanta done gone down, man. That's gone.
In another video, he would drop the N-word.
Bro, look at trying to pull out in front of me right here. Look at trying to pull out in front of me right here. Hey, did you see that tree right there? Yeah. Did you see that tree right there? Roll will hang you from that tree.
And his racism just couldn't stop because a black driver tried merging.
Bro, look what you got. Look what you got. $129. Look at that. Nice. Look at that nice jacket. Lay that here on the bed for me. Nice. Columbia. Yeah. Columbia, yeah. Yeah. So, got the Glock by the bed. Yeah, here we go. Room service. I need to bring some chicken wings, 2 hoes. Red bone and a white girl.
So who is this man? He appears to be a confidant of Georgia head coach Kirby Smart, Clemson head coach Dabo Swinney, and Florida head coach Dan Mullen. In response to his own racism, prior to deactivating his Facebook page, he invoked God, Christianity, and how he is an upstanding, moral person who welcomes many into his home. However, the Macomb Telegraph would report in October 2009, Taylor was sentenced for stalking an ex-fiancée and aggravated assault. At the time, he was employed by Northside Middle School, serving as a teacher and sports coach. He threatened his fiancée, past tense, via text message, email, and the social media platform MySpace. That was after Atlanta Black Star uncovered he previously was convicted for domestic violence. He received probation for, quote, interfering with witnesses by intimidating his former fiancée. The convictions overlapped, and thus he was sent to prison. Chief Judge George Nunn, pictured here, partially lifted Taylor's probation in 2016, and Atlanta Black Star printed it was fulfilled in 2017. Georgia Southern alumnus JoJo Daniels would note of Taylor's clientele, 96% of Taylor's customers are black. As of this taping, Taylor's Twitter is still up, where he boasts the following. GHSA, Coach of the Year for track 6 years in a row, former defensive back at the University of Georgia, currently owner of Speed Edge Sports, with over 60 athletes at D1 schools and 16 in the National Football League.
I think that's good enough. You guys get the point. Yeah, so, I'm just trying to show, like, when you look at racism, white supremacy, who gets a pass, who gets talked about, who doesn't get talked about, where's the deep dive investigation from, outside of TYT and other, it's like something has to happen before we hop on it, when I'm sure his racism was open and prevalent throughout his career. You know what I mean? What do you guys think?
Well, he seemed like he, first of all, is just some random dude. He connected to a couple of coaches, but he doesn't coach anywhere. He was a former coach that was fired, and he's just like a store owner. And probably just, not unlike all those, those closet racists in Georgia. Those that type of dude. You know what I'm saying? I mean, his links to Kirby Smart and Dabo Swinney And
Mullen.
Yeah, that's more, of an issue with me. But he just seemed like some racist cat that owns a store down there. Used to be a coach, former high school coach.
Yeah, I don't see the. I mean, yes, it's a big deal, but this to me is more the norm than the exception.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Y'all agree with me? 1,000%.
Oh yeah.
But because it is the norm, it doesn't move the needle to where it's to the larger. I think the larger community, or for it to say get on ESPN or something like that. I don't think it moves the needle enough to be to garner outrage. I think there's that understanding.
That's what's sad about it, is that it doesn't move.
I agree.
Garner, like
I agree.
That's the sad part. That's why
the problem.
Yeah, Wes.
I was gonna say it. The problem that it poses is that if you were to take that same type of antics and just say it was, let's say Mark Jackson, for instance, and Mark Jackson was caught on tape talking to some local drug dealers / gang leaders and talking their language and that same type of thing, that would move the needle, right?
Yeah.
And it would warrant some immediate action, and they would question. And Mark Jackson was connected to Patrick Ewing and connected to this black guy and that black guy. They would question every black guy on that list.
Thank you.
And they would have to go through. The exercise of explaining themselves and their relationship with Mark Jackson as it relates to Mark Jackson.
Right.
So that's the problem, because typically what I understood as growing up is that the mirror image of a man is the company that he keeps. And if those three coaches keep that type of company, they must feel the same way.
Yeah, because the wrath and the tentacles of something like this will be far-reaching if it was coming from a black person.
That's it. That's all it really boils down to.
It's far-reaching for this guy too, but it's accepted. Like that's what.
Yeah, it is.
That's
what it is. Yeah.
That's what we're saying is like. At this, like where we're at, that's unacceptable. That's unacceptable because that's what maintains the status quo.
I agree with you.
It's not about individuals. It's about how do groups of people. When we see our children going through these programs and how they're shuffled and corralled and pushed in different directions to the benefit of these white folks who are in their heart extremely racist.
And the institutions,
if I had my druthers, I'd burn all you niggas.
I mean, the institutions that we're sending our kids to are racist as well.
Absolutely.
But we do it because of it comes down to the dollar signs. Stephen A. Smith is never going to say anything on this story because it comes down to dollar signs for him. We're not.
Yeah, that's not going to make him any money doing that.
And so that's what it is, that gets in the way of this becoming a real big media story where, okay, maybe we shouldn't be sending our sons to Dabo or, whoever else down there at these PWIs in the South, because look, it's about money. And money for us, unfortunately, many times trumps any sort of racist behavior or racist ideology.
I'm gonna run this is Stephen A. Smith. I think. Oh, come on,
at his casinos and stuff like that. And I genuinely liked him. I didn't know who this guy was running for president. I think he's changed, but I will tell you this. I think when people call him racist and stuff like that, I've never thought of Trump that way. It's not against black people. He's against all things not named Trump. There's a difference.
I mean,
I knew Trump.
you used to talk to him.
No, I don't. I knew Trump before he ran for the presidency. I thoroughly enjoyed talking to him. He was a huge sports fan. He used to throw a lot of events at his casinos and stuff like that. And I genuinely liked him. I didn't know who this guy was running for president. I think he's changed, but I will tell you this. I think when people call him racist and stuff like that, I've never thought of Trump that way. He's not against black people. He's against all things not named Trump. There's a difference.
I mean,
I knew Trump.
yeah, you used to talk to him.
All right. So, like, again, racism is a system. And when you see the people that is empowered by Trump, him as an individual is irrelevant whether he's racist. He uses a system that empowers white racist supremacists who targets black people, strips them of their vote, takes money from the school system. Like it's laughable to say Donald Trump isn't racist, especially after Central Park 5. And Stephen A. Smith, being from New York City, he knows who the Central Park 5 is. There's no way he doesn't know that. And once you know that, that kind of Trump's a racist.
All right, I mean, yeah, all right, cool. But I'm trying to figure out what you expect Stephen A. Smith to say.
Yeah, but
I know
that's kind of contrary to everything I've heard him say on the show as far as First Take. He's always clowned Trump. He's always called him an idiot as far as like, I mean, the
not a racist, but an idiot.
Yeah, because I was getting ready to say, I don't know if I've ever heard him particularly directly talk about him being a racist or anything like that, but he's definitely denounced him and basically called him an idiot on many occasions. So I'm actually surprised to see that. I never saw that. I never heard that before. And yeah, you're right, Hawk. I mean, him being from New York, he should be schooled on Trump and Trump's ways. I mean, you know what I'm saying? That should be without question.
Yeah, you say one of two things. Yes, he's a racist, or I don't want to answer that question.
Yeah. But
no, he's positioning, he's doing his Jason Whitlock imitation.
You let him stand on his own. You don't have to defend him. You don't have to advocate for him, and you don't have to say he's a racist. Yeah. You can. I don't want to answer that question. That's not something I want to talk about.
But I think that's
my wheelhouse.
I think that's belief of many celebrities, entertainers, athletes who have encountered Trump through the years. I think they would probably all answer that question, or not all, but most of them would answer that question the same way. You know,
yeah, they all, in my opinion, they're all fools because, like the open obvious is the open obvious. Like he ain't lie about it.
It goes back to my previous statement of the dollar bill, clouds your judgment and how you look at things.
I don't care. I don't care.
That's what it comes down to.
It doesn't cloud people's judgment when it's time to attack black people. Like,
I'm talking about us. I'm talking strictly about us.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, for instance, JT right here is going, Biden not, Harris not. All right. So a lot of times we tend to lump everybody together when that's not really the case. You see what I'm saying? Like, so we talk about a system and how a system is used and what a system produces. This is a racist system. Everybody that comes out of the system is racist, including black people. We're racist.
Yeah, because we've been
taught. Y'all, not them, we're racist. What is racism? White supremacy. That's what racism is. We are the biggest custodians of white supremacy. We keep white supremacy going, i.e. Stephen A. Smith. Why? Because there's a dollar attached. What does the dollar represent? A chain. That's a way to pull you. It's a way for you to you undermine the real value of what you represent for a dollar. And we have to be able to say that because folks out there listen to Stephen A. Smith and they go, "Oh, Trump's not racist. Stephen A. Smith likes him." Well, you got to put Stephen A. Smith in context. You got to be able to do that. I love the way Wes does it each and every week by putting things in a certain context that allows us to see the power dynamic so we can better deal with it, you know?
Yeah, because they want us to speak. They want one person to speak for 13 million.
All of us, yeah. Yep.
And the problem is that we're the outside of being part of that system, like Hawk said, we as part of what he's saying is that we legitimize it because we always pander to things that are wrong that they do. We say, oh, well, you know, we should know better. When we do the same stuff that we do, they do too. But we don't find fault in when we do it, but we don't get up in arms when they do it. Same thing.
Yep.
And that's why the Kyrie Irving story, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Stephen A. Smith made it very clear that the difference between Kyrie Irving and Jeff Bezos that puts the thing on his own channel is that he writes checks and Kyrie gets a check.
Mm.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's why he said you can't get on Bezos because he's writing checks and Kyrie just gets a check.
Right.
And furthermore, though,
that's the biggest problem right there.
That's selling
we give power to money.
Yeah. Yep. And we continue to listen to Stephen A. Smith. We're literally having a conversation about a guy that
we're having it.
Stop listening to him.
Yeah, I don't listen to him either because I know what he's about. But
yeah, I don't anyway, I don't watch his show. This came up in a IG feed of my man Keith Beauchamp, producer of the TILF film. So, you know, because he posted it's in my stream, I caught it and it was Trump related, and I'm like, I didn't know he did.
Oh yeah.
So it was like, you know, this could be a good piece for conversation, but I'm not like tuned into Stephen A. Smith to see what Stephen A. Smith is saying.
Do we know when that was taped? How recent is that?
I don't know, but I just saw it and it was like, I can't believe this guy. I mean, like it's a question that's I don't want to answer that question. Let's move on. Ask me something else. I don't want to deal with that. And then you don't have to go on the offensive. You don't have to be the radical. You don't have to be the militant. You don't have to jam yourself up with your boss at ESPN.
Well, Stephen A. Smith he's not gonna be the one type cat that's gonna hurt his own pockets. So and then when you saw that tape and how he answered it, he said, "Who is this Trump guy? This president guy?" So it almost like he was talking a few years ago when he was president.
Yeah, this
like it was at the time he was president, and
somebody scooped that up.
Yeah, but think about Stephen A. Smith now wanting to hurt his pocket, so he's not going to say something negative against an active president. You know what I'm saying? To hurt his brand.
The fifth.
Yeah.
The fifth. And that right there says it all. You said it without saying it.
Mm-hmm.
You can say I don't get into politics like that, man. We'll just keep it to sports, and that's it. You're done. You didn't defend anybody.
You didn't defend nobody, but you go out on the plank.
You didn't mess up your brand either.
Right.
You didn't mess up your brand either. He defended him.
Yeah. Why jeopardize your standing with the African American community to protect your standing? Why protect Dana White?
Yeah.
Because he's always going to protect his pocket.
His pockets, yes. That's exactly what it is.
This isn't even a conversation worthy for our time. First of all, I think we should move on because he's always going to protect his pockets. He works for Disney. Dana White just did a huge merger with WWE or whatever it is. All this stuff was in play during that whole time as well.
And his Smack League is blowing up.
Yeah, like
it's absolutely blowing up.
Hey, and Hakim,
everything you just said, people need to know. Like that's not like that's context.
I'm not saying they don't need to know.
All right, but to say it's not worth our time is like, no, it's very much worth our time because there's so much happening in the world that is that. In the context you just added, that I'm not even looking at it that way. You just added another context for everybody that is valuable.
But
so I don't,
you know, Stephen A. Everything he does is about his pockets. It's about the money, and that's
his future pockets. You know what I'm saying? How valuable will it be for him to stand behind Dana White? In his mind, very valuable.
Valuable.
It will, because ultimately, what do we watch happening? Nothing. The smoke is clearing, and when everything resurfaces, Dana White's still going to be president. He's still going to be in charge. Nothing still would have happened to him.
Right, but just when when black folks act up, don't say nothing. But when something happens, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing.
We need to be on Steve. We need to be on Stephen A. Smith in his DMs, in his mentions, in his Instagram. We need to be getting at him directly and pulling his card. That's my belief. That we need to be posting and doing things in that manner.
Why do you think we're having this conversation?
What he will do, even say something from this segment goes viral. What he will do is then push out, everything I do for HBCUs, and I've gotten them on ESPN. He'll push out all those other things without recognizing or taking accountability for what he says and does to hurt, black athletes or black, black people overall.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's more, hey, we want to talk about Stephen A. Let's get at Stephen A.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, we're gonna edit this up, man. At Stephen A.
I agree.
Yep. So okay. All that said, what else happened? Oh, the Masters happened last weekend, and Tiger had to dip out.
That was a great segue, man.
Yeah, right. The Masters.
I don't even know if you understand.
The Masters.
Yeah.
You put something together.
Yeah. You keep it theme. The Masters.
And we start the segue with the struggling black man, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I turned that tournament on Thursday, and I saw his front nine, and it wasn't about him hitting the ball. I just knew he wasn't going to survive 4 days walking that course. His body is not going to make it.
Yeah,
can't do it.
Especially when that rain and that cold came in. Yeah, there's no way.
Yeah, and then they wanted him to do 27 in one day. That wasn't happening. Nah. Walking 27? No, that's not going down.
Why don't they let them use the cart?
Ride carts. That's kind of how it's been.
That's the oldest rule in the books.
Yeah, the oldest. That's like, I don't get it either. But especially if you have an injury, but they feel like everybody needs to walk. I mean, my thing is, what's the use of walking if you don't got to carry your bag? So you might as well let them use a cart. Like when I walk, I gotta still carry my bag. Like they walking in there and carrying their bag. So what's the big deal?
Golf carts are probably the stem of the name of golf. Gentlemen only, ladies forbidden is what it stands for. So no, you can't ride no cart. Gentlemen only.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, it's just one of those rules.
Oh, wait, stop it! I've never heard that before. Is that?
That's what golf stands for. Gentlemen only, ladies forbidden.
That's what they made an acronym out of the word golf, or that's what golf comes from.
They say that's an old acronym from where golf comes from. Okay, but it's like that old wives' tale type of thing. But it's as old as like no golf carts, basically. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Mm-hmm.
Well, they got on that kid Casey. I think it's Casey Martin back in the day. Mm-hmm. He had the bad leg and he couldn't walk a course at all, and they didn't want to let him on tour.
Mm-hmm.
They wouldn't let him on tour. What I found interesting about the Masters this year is that my wife is not really interested in golf, but I had it on for a little while, and she just looked at me and she was like, "Every time I see you turn this sport on, I'll never see no black people but Tiger Woods." She's like, "What's up with that?" And she's like, as many people as I know you play golf with, and they all black. Why I don't see them on this tour? I'm like, well, that's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah.
Because what I just feel in my heart, and it's just what I feel is that how is it that we're the most competitive people in everything, and we can't find no people on the golf tour? Because I know daggone well, once you put us out there, we start putting that pressure on people. They start playing different.
Yeah.
What was the segue?
Masters.
All right, there you go.
There you go. Perfect. Yeah. I get sick of watching it too. It's like, come on, man. Where the black people at? And I know there's brothers that can play.
But come on.
I just want to make a point to JT. You see how even with the word or the tournament, the Masters, we all say it. It's promoted every year. It's mad money, millions of dollars generated by the Masters, and it's
billion.
Like the term itself. I mean, we know they mean but it's Augusta, Georgia. They don't really let black people.
No black membership. No
black membership.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, they tell you who they are. And we, anyway, I'm sorry, I can go for that.
But what I was going to say is, Wes, we know why there ain't no black people. It's a sport of, you need, first of all, it's a sport of white masses because the white masses have the money. And
no, it's not white masses, white elite.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's going to create the masses because just that one word, Coach, elite. There's not a lot of black elite out there in masses that can afford to, play golf, and fund golf and really, represent the sport. You're going to have some dominant athletes like Tiger Woods.
But to Coach's point, though, most white people don't have the resources.
Right.
Like most white
they get resources.
The white elite. Tiger's dad was of a certain crust.
Because he was in the military, he had access to basically military.
Negro.
Yeah.
He wasn't everyday Negro. He was an exceptional Negro. That's how Tiger got access at a young age. Most white folks don't have that. They just got the complexion for the protection of the collection, and they all bought in, and that's how we all get screwed. But that's another story.
But that adds to why there's, a lot of white golfers. You know what I'm saying? Just because you got the masses. Again, I played college golf, and I was the only black person on my team. And I mean, it was way back when, but there was rarely any blacks on other teams that I played against.
So how'd you get into golf though? Because you're
you know how I got into golf because I worked at the Glen Ridge Country Club.
Right.
And as a job, and then I was able to actually play golf for free there on Mondays when the golf club was. So that was my interest. And then when I went to college, it was something I did. And then you played on the team, you got to play free golf basically. And if you were decent, you were on the team. And I ended up loving it because as a competitor, you're never going to master golf, hence that word, the Masters. But it's something that your competitiveness will always drive you to, and it's a unbelievably great sport as far as being outside in the nature, as far as the exercise you get, as far as the courses you play, and if you're able to do that for free, which I was. Because I played a number of and worked at a number of golf courses over the years. I actually worked at the oldest golf course in the country, and that's the San Diego Country Club. And I got to play there for free. Worked at the La Jolla Country Club, which is on the tour. Got to play there for free. So, I mean, my golfing experience was because of me working and being able to parlay into playing it. So again, I don't think most inner city black kids, have the means to just play golf, take up with it, and be able to, fund that habit.
That's real.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had paid attention. I got involved, but I was all over the place, Cliff.
Oh,
I
yeah.
couldn't stay focused long enough to play golf. You got to be focused and patient. You got to be focused and patient.
And you gotta have a lot of time on your hands too.
Yeah. That's real. That's real. But okay, so Shakur Stevenson fight happened in Newark, New Jersey this past weekend. I didn't get a chance to see it. I don't know if you guys want to just comment. I don't know if you guys saw it.
I didn't get to see it. It's crazy because I'm right here, and it was quiet on it. It was not a lot of talk about it was coming up, that it was happening right here in Newark. Essentially, I knew about it when it was over.
Right. Yeah. I heard. I got a little whiff of the lead up promotion. Hey, the boy was Japanese. The guy fought for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was a Japanese fight. I don't know his name, but yeah, I'm just glad to see Shakur Stevenson boxing and not caught up with the legal issues from Houston. Yeah, I was a little worried. I didn't know how involved he might have been in that, but I'm glad to see him boxing because that's what we want to see from him.
Mm-hmm.
NFL news, OBJ to the Ravens. What y'all think about that?
I love it.
Well, do you think that's a sign, Coach, that him and Lamar is at least talking, and that Lamar is basically assuring him that he's going to be back, or you think it's just the Ravens' ploy of trying to lure Lamar back?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think the Ravens did it to kind of say, look, we're going to give you a receiver. Look what we're doing. We spending money. And I think Lamar and of course OBJ talked and said, "Yo, this would be great." But I think it puts the Ravens in a bad position now. Really, like you just gave this dude between 15 and 18, so you got money.
15 million guaranteed, $18 million contract, 15 guaranteed.
So I'm not sure the percentage of that off the top. But that's 5-6, whatever that is. You pretty much would have to, I would think, give Lamar the same, at least in guaranteed. So I know I think this hurts the Ravens by signing OBJ, and giving him such high percentage of guaranteed money. So
I'm just trying to figure out: did they do this knowing that they're gonna re-sign Lamar, or did they do because that's a lot of guaranteed money for you not to have a quarterback?
Yeah,
because
I heard that Aaron Rodgers is in the mix. That's what I heard. Aaron Rodgers is in that mix because the Jet deal is falling apart.
Really?
Now that changes things.
Yeah. I heard that Aaron Rodgers is on the Baltimore Ravens radar.
See, and it just gets more and more disrespectful. How you gonna guarantee this old ass quarterback who ain't did nothing really in the last 3-4 years? $60 million guaranteed for 2 years.
Yeah,
but you can't give this guy who's done just as much as Aaron Rodgers over the last 4 or 5 years $50 million
with less.
But we have to. I mean, listen, I'm on Lamar's side too, but we have to really understand that he's talking about $200 million. Like he's talking about because they offered him the 133 for 3 years, which is like 47 a year. So but he wants a minimum of 4 to 5 years, all guaranteed, at over 45 plus. So
how old is Lamar Jackson, bro?
26 years old.
26
years old, bro.
Yeah.
He got another 10 years in the league, bro. Yeah. If he got a line that can protect him, he didn't get hurt out of the pocket. Like he knows how to run. He knows how to scramble. He knows how to get that done. He got hurt in the pocket. Yeah. Get him a line that can protect him. Get him some receivers. Make sure he got a running game so he doesn't have to carry the load all the time. It's not all these running plays called for Lamar because he can run the ball. So you call running plays for him. Yeah. You should have a solid rushing attack. So
that was one of the things I heard as well. Lamar wanted a new offensive coordinator because the offense is really what's hurting him. because he's the running back, he's the quarterback, damn near the receiver, you know. So that was one of the things he wanted to change.
Bro, it's like they run you to the ground. They run you till the wheels fall off, and that gives them an excuse not to pay you.
Yep.
They don't do that. They don't do that to other quarterbacks.
Then they collude with each other, so nobody else will pay you either.
Stop it, bro.
Now that's the crazy part.
Come on, yo. Come on, man. Stop it. Well,
that's what I was like.
It's like, yo, and we just roll with it. I mean, we got no choice, I guess. I mean, he'll be all right.
No, we always got a choice.
Well, yeah.
We're not willing to sacrifice
the visuals. Just gotta stop watching.
Kurt Flood did.
Well, we have to, and we've been saying this for months. Lamar over a year, but it's still going to come down to who gets paid next, because that outlier of a contract, that $230 million guarantee, is the only one that's sitting out there. You know what I'm saying?
Well, nothing else. Kyler Murray got 169 guaranteed.
He got 169 guaranteed.
Yeah, but that was
out of 180.
No, he got a 200. I think it was 213 for Kyler Murray.
Okay.
And 169 was guaranteed.
169 guaranteed. Yeah.
I could see Lamar waiting this out until them other dudes' contracts come up.
He's gonna have to.
You know, another point that keeps coming up, and it's something that Wes always throws out there. Big shout out to Wes. They should have paid him 2 years ago.
Oh, of course they should have.
Yeah. Right. Of
course.
That's what I've been saying.
And they try again. We're gonna run you till the wheels fall off, so we don't have to pay you. Surprise!
You extend him when he got an MVP. You extend him the year he got MVP with the other quarterback, so he's okay. And now when the market gets higher, he's already locked in.
Yeah,
like that's it, right? And they always make the black quarterback. Everybody keeps saying, "Oh no, they're gonna get paid." It's not the point that they're gonna get paid. It's the point that they make the black quarterbacks play out their contract, and the white quarterbacks get extended in their third season. That's it.
Listen,
it's like
Wes, I agree 100%.
Do that.
But let me ask you, let me throw this in the air though, because Lamar has been his own agent. Do you think they may have tried to extend him way back when? That's
a problem. I think it's a problem only to it's a problem and also not a problem to me, because personally, the way I look at the agent part of it, that's another system that's in place to take more of our money. If the man wants to represent himself to cut a middleman out, that Jerry Jones told you all you need to know about agents. He didn't want to do business with Rock Nation because they were thugs. No, because they were black people making money off of our people. Yeah. They want to make all the money off our people, but we can't read in between the lines with that, and so we keep justifying that we got to have these agents. Now, I do agree that you need someone an attorney that understands the business aspect of it to sit him down and explain things to him, and I'm sure he has that. But they don't want to do business with him because he's not complying to the system. That's what it boils down to.
Yep.
That's what it boils down to. It has nothing to do with the agent. I mean, an agent is a middleman taking money from us. I don't need Drew Rosenhaus and Falk and all these other Jew guys that do sports. Like one guy represents like everybody in baseball. Like he's a Scott Boras client. I mean, what is that? Like, so they get paid off of what? Like, they just negotiating 10% of everybody's money.
Yep.
A lawyer can do that. Patrick Ewing, Greg Anthony, Karl Malone, they all married females that were attorneys. All of them. And those women took care of their contracts. So, why should Lamar do anything different? That's all that is.
Oh, no, I agree completely.
What up, KG? Peace to God. Peace to the God.
KG.
What up, KG?
What up, guys?
What's happening?
All right.
We talk about Lamar Jackson.
Oh, okay.
And what about what were the negotiations possibly like a couple of years ago if they were trying to do his deal early with him representing himself? We got to think about that too.
No, you're right. I don't disagree with that part, but
I don't understand. You make an offer,
right?
Give it to his attorney. His attorney goes, "Hey, listen, we just got an offer from from the Ravens. They want to extend, and I don't understand what's the problem. Like this,
he just needs an attorney. Read this paperwork. Here's what's the terms and conditions. Did you accept or do you decline?" And they're making it out like we don't want to do business with him because he doesn't have an agent.
So, like your numbers are your numbers. Your production is your production. That's what everything is based on, right? So
that's it.
When you're the MVP of the league, right? When you throw for more touchdowns than anybody that year, and you have more touchdowns than anybody that year. Show me you love me. Pay me. Like, step to the plate. Like, what's going on? Oh, y'all gonna make me play this whole thing out? Okay. All right. And we see where that led us. I mean, he's gonna be back in Baltimore. I think that Lamar posting the picture of him and OBJ on FaceTime, for me, was a signal that Lamar and OBJ are on the same page with this. And that's what this is all about. But I can't say for sure. When is
and in that post he said something like "we got OBJ" or something like that, putting him in the same sentence as Baltimore, which he hasn't been. And prior to OBJ, I thought he was gone. I thought he was completely gone, but now I don't know.
I mean, the Ravens own the right, so he can't just be out. He could just
he cannot play.
I'm saying, he can not play, but if they do right by investing in the team and giving you what the tools you need to excel, and you do excel, there's next year.
Yeah. It's a tough one, but I just disagree with the whole thing about like they keep playing the same playbook, man, and we just keep accepting it. And I mean, I've had this argument with so many people keep telling me. I remember guys 2 years ago told me, "Oh, Lamar gonna get his money." That's not true. They're trying to name people. I was like, "No, it's true. Sorry, it's true." But they, no, and it's black people. No, you're not. No. It's Cam Newton, Russell Wilson. Mahomes is the only exception. And the thing about Mahomes, his deal wasn't even user-friendly because he took a 10-year deal.
Yeah.
His deal was just different. He took a 10-year deal. So Kansas City got a bargain.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he'll get paid.
He got a bargain.
And Jalen Hurts deal is going to be the same way. Watch.
I mean,
we got to watch. We keep saying it automatically, but we got to say it.
Yeah, exactly. That joint's inflated because if you got, let's say Mahomes, man, let Mahomes go 2-3 years in and get a catastrophic injury, and you gonna tell me he's still getting his money? I doubt it.
Yeah.
Yeah, those NFL contracts are the worst. That's why another reason, like Hawk was saying with Kurt Flood, you have to have guaranteed contracts. For these guys, and it's not just. I'm tired of the quarterbacks getting $50 million and everybody else not getting nothing. It's ridiculous. Like they part of the team too. Like we got to pay the football players. We keep paying one position, and that's it.
That's right.
And then saying that is way more important. I understand that they are a vital piece, but hey, you could be throwing the scrubs, man. Like you could be the greatest, and you throwing the scrubs that's dropping balls and doing whatever. It ain't gonna be whatever. I remember one time that time when they asked Giselle, they was like, well, he can't throw the ball and catch it as well, and that's the point. It's just like everybody, think that it's all about the quarterback. It's all about the quarterback. Who's the quarterback gonna hand the ball off to? Who's the quarterback gonna throw the ball to? Who's gonna block for the quarterback?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, we done seen some teams with bum ass quarterbacks win the Super Bowl.
Exactly.
But they had the other positions really good.
Yeah, because it's a team, man. You got to be out there. Look at Caitlin Clark. I mean, it's like you could be great all you want, but you're not beating a good team. Jordan dealt with that for years. Like Jordan, as great as he was, you just couldn't beat great teams, man.
Right.
And that's just how it is.
It's a team sport.
Well, I can tell you one thing. I know the percentage.
I didn't hear you.
Ultimate team sport in football because you're not playing defense. You're not playing like you could be the greatest offense ever, and then your defense gives up 50 points and you score 45.
Right.
Hey,
And
Kay.
yeah, that's how football is different because you essentially got two teams that have to be, good.
Okay. What did you say a second ago? You run that back.
Huh?
I missed that part. You glitched up a little bit. You said,
Oh
We
no,
talking
I was
about
saying you can have the greatest offense, greatest defense all you
MJ couldn't do what?
Huh?
You said
He's
MJ
talking about
couldn't do
the
that?
What
Jordan
happened?
comment.
You said MJ
Oh,
couldn't do that.
you said MJ. He pointed out the MJ part about it.
Yeah, he perked up when he hear MJ.
But that don't take away from MJ's greatness. It still don't take
Oh
away.
no, I'm not saying it does. I'm not saying
Hey, KG, he got killed last week, so let him get this to him. He got killed last week by a pro who played against Jordan, Kobe, and LeBron. So
Wow.
Yeah.
So he want to snatch sound bites right now and just and try
he been snatching where he could. Yeah, he been picking up the crumbs where he could for sure. But the other piece of that quarterback thing is that's the dominant position. They dominate in that one position.
Yeah. Yeah. So, all right. You know this about Lakers tonight, Minnesota. Playing for
the fix is in. No Rudy Gobert and there's another player that plays good defense.
Yeah,
that was it. They told Rudy, they said, Rudy, punch somebody so you get suspended. We got to get past this first round. Give me a break.
Yo, the NBA fixed this whole thing, man.
The dude that punched the ball, what's his name?
That's
Kyle Anderson.
Yeah,
I love Kyle Anderson.
Not Kyle Anderson, the joke who punched the ball.
James McDaniels.
Oh yeah.
He got the highest defensive rating against LeBron this year.
Yeah, he just gonna go.
Yeah, I know.
Like, come on.
Yeah,
we're gonna sit you down.
You can't make this up, man. You can't make this stuff up.
No,
I told you the fix was in.
It's on a silver platter. It's on a silver platter, yo.
The fix is in,
man.
Well, all I'm gonna say to you, Wes,
is definitely there. It's on a
couple weeks ago. This wouldn't be the first time.
Well, listen.
Oh, yeah.
Listen,
and he wasn't. That the same players were involved too.
Listen, y'all may be puffing out your chest and all that other stuff, but the big cat
I'm not puffing it out.
AD down. Okay, so if the big cat locks AD down like he's always has, those Kentucky boys, and your boy Edwards goes off, the Lakers don't think this may be a cakewalk. Y'all can still lose this game.
Oh, they definitely.
I don't think it's a cakewalk at all.
Yeah, but look, what we're saying is the NBA has set this up, and it's nasty what the NBA just did.
Whoa. The dummy T-Wolves did it to themselves is what happened.
Yeah,
I mean, did they? I mean, come on, man.
Right.
Like, that bullshit fight was the most bullshit fight I've ever seen in my life, dude.
Yeah, like what did Kyle Anderson say to him? Like that little punch he threw? Come on, man.
He called him a bitch.
Called him a bitch.
Yeah,
but come on, man. How many times you hear that during the game? Come on.
Wow.
That happens all the time.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, from what they're saying is
all I'm saying is the Lakers better not get out there half stepping, man. The Lakers better not get out there half stepping tonight. That's all I'm saying.
I'm with you.
They play like they was doing the other day. They going home, yo, or they'll be playing again on Friday. And then and right now, honestly, the Lakers better try to push it. I mean, actually, I'm not really fully sold on Denver either. But who's it second? Memphis, right? Memphis is second, right?
Yeah,
Memphis. The Lakers would get They would get if they win, if they lose and then they beat the 9-10 winner, they get Denver.
They get Denver, yeah. Actually, Denver's a pretty good matchup for the Lakers. They won't blow the Lakers. I think so. I don't think so. I think the Lakers might.
Think so. I think the Denver Nuggets can get the Lakers, and I think the Lakers get the Nuggets. I think it's a toss up.
Yeah, it is a toss up, exactly. And I think honestly too, it's a toss up with Memphis right now because Memphis big guys are both out.
Yep. No, right
right.
now.
Right.
Only Steven Adams. What's the face is in?
No, the other kid is
No,
out.
yeah.
Brandon
Which
Clark
one
is
is out
out.
for the season? Brandon Clark.
Yeah, Brandon
Clark.
Clark. Yeah, yeah.
Clark. No, I thought you was talking
Yeah.
about
Jaren Jackson. Man,
Jared
Jaren
Jackson.
Jackson stays in foul trouble, and that's the problem. And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but if he's not in foul trouble, he could be a monster.
Yeah, he can be, but think about what they're gonna do to him. I mean, I'm just saying it's a toss-up. That's all I'm saying. If he gets it, and then Dylan Brooks get out there playing over, just over aggressive and get in foul trouble. Him and Jaren Jackson, it can, and then you get the NBA get in and start sliding to the side like tapping people. Hey, it could get dicey.
Yeah, they're gonna make it go 7. They're gonna make that series go 7. Watch.
Memphis late.
I put it this way though: if the Lakers get to the championship, they're gonna work to get there. It's gonna be a bunch of 7-game series.
Absolutely,
it will not be easy.
All right, so
and it's gonna be a bunch of tight games or overtime games on the way too.
All right. This is pie in the sky. I'm just gonna put good energy out there. But you know that AD we saw 2 weeks before he got hurt, long time ago, and then more recently, and we see the 35 and 12 AD. I think it's gonna be a breeze. Like he can have.
It ain't gonna be no breeze. I don't care if it's 40 and 15 AD. It ain't gonna be a breeze.
Yeah, it's never gonna be a breeze.
I just when AD when he's dominant, everything else just flows so much better.
They don't have enough in totality to just beat somebody down.
Nope. That's why they end up in tight games.
They won the Phoenix game and they won the Utah game, and none of their best players played in either one of those games. They went in by like 7 and 9 points. So
exactly. That's why I said. That's why I'm putting them in the text.
And they played everybody.
They out here struggling with third stringers, yo.
AD played lackadaisical and not dominant AD. He's been playing lost. He's been playing drifting. He don't get off. What's the game LeBron scored 30 in the second half?
That was the Clippers game. That's LeBron chasing from the back end because he knew that game was over with. If he was going to be that aggressive, he should have came out aggressive from the tip with that.
Thank you, KG. Thank you, KG. Thank you. Stat chaser.
He knew that game was over.
Here's the point. Here's the point. LeBron don't need to score 35. He can't. If he scored 35, Lakers in trouble. He needs to be scoring 15 to 20 points a game. That's it. The fact that he had to act up in the second half is bad news.
I think what KG is saying is when LeBron knows the game is over, at that point he just passes stats.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
That's what he's saying. That's exactly what he's saying.
That's what he did in the Clipper game. He knew that game was over, so he just started shooting and just padding stats at that point, man. If
AD gets off early, and he makes it about him, that's not happening. AD got to get off early. It got to be about AD. If it's not, if LeBron first half just passed the ball around, not taking shots, he ain't making it about LeBron. He making sure get off.
AD has to lead the team.
He's got to lead the team.
I don't think the Lakers have enough night in and night out.
They have enough. Listen, we have to realize that one, the Lakers have the best record since the All-Star break, and they have the number 1 defense since the All-Star break.
They had the worst schedule too.
You're right, the easiest schedule, but we just have to hope they stay healthy. Because if they play, they're gonna play well, they're gonna be competitive, whatever. But AD is a bad breath away from a sprained ankle. You know what I mean? If anything go wrong, it's a wrap. But if they stay healthy, then they should be in this, and they gotta win tonight. They can't let it go to another game. They need all the rest they can get. They need basically everything just to keep going.
Yeah.
They've been winning.
I'm just scared.
The story is gonna be.
I'm scared to death because Austin Reeves is our third best player. That scares me.
We said who? Austin Reeves?
Yeah, man, that's scary.
Well, Austin Reeves is nice, man.
Come on, man, stop it. Stop it.
What?
Stop.
Effort points, bro. He's that effort guy. He's that energy guy. He's that guy. Oh, we need a quick. Give me the ball. We need.
Hey, when I think of the Lakers, you know who their third best guys were? We talking guys like James Worthy. Third best.
Yeah. Yep.
Lamar,
Well, that's what Hakim don't even know. He don't even know who that is because he wasn't a Laker fan. He don't know who that is. That's James Worthy.
Now, one thing I can say,
42.
one thing I can say about the last couple of games though, Schroeder wasn't playing, and Schroeder he's a good defender,
he's
and
solid. Yeah,
and he's solid. Like he wasn't playing the last.
Yeah,
couple
he's
of
solid.
Games. So if we can, if he's back out there tonight, then I mean it's a lot better for the Lakers.
Listen, the story's already been set up. They want him to make it from the 8th seed in the play-in game so they can say, oh, he won a playoff series and got a championship as a play-in. That's got to make him the greatest ever.
Yeah.
It's so scripted. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
No, that's not. Hey, I don't care what. That's not happening. Lakers ain't winning no championship.
It would be a hell of a run. I tell you that.
They're not winning no championship this year. It's not happening.
Yeah.
I mean,
hey,
I can't definitively say that it's not.
JT, when you got Kareem, Magic. It's no way Worthy was the second best player on that team. He's bugging.
Yeah.
Kareem had to wait for the ball his whole career. He was a center.
And we were talking about they had another cat that was like that they used to get that Worthy took his spot. They used to get 20 a game in Jamal Wilkes off layups.
Jamal
just spinning in the right spot. Just standing in the right spot.
Like that round the world jump shot.
Which you couldn't block. Yeah. That's the crazy part.
So it means Jamal Wilkes.
Yes.
Yeah. That guy.
Yeah, man. But
I just don't like the setup of this whole thing with the Lakers, though, man. It's nasty. It's nasty.
Well, who else? Who else do you think is going to really defend the West? Because I think it's just wide open.
I think it's wide open. I think
it is wide open. But even if they go, the Lakers will not beat Milwaukee or Boston.
No, no, not at all.
Absolutely not. They won't beat neither one of those teams.
The problem with the East is so.
Look for an injury on Milwaukee or Boston.
Well, the East is top heavy. They're gonna beat up on each other. But speaking of that, Coach, we still don't know what's up with Middleton. Middleton went out that last game.
Sure did.
And I haven't heard anything since then. So we don't know how serious that injury was, and him coming back. And
they said he's coming back. I saw a thing on him the other day. They said he's that he should be ready for the playoffs.
Yeah, I like Boston coming out the East, man.
I do too.
They tough.
They tough. Yeah, they are tough.
They deep too, man.
Brown is tough.
Man, those two boys, Tatum and Brown, is tough.
Yeah, they
are tough.
Like they
tough.
They play with an edge.
Yeah.
Well, they're saying that Miami, if they get out of the play-in and get the 7th seed, that's going to be a tough matchup for
Miami getting blown out.
Yeah.
They get Miami getting a butt kick right now, though.
Oh, that's right. It's on right now. That's right.
Yeah, Miami down by 17.
Oh wow! God. And did y'all hear that? They talking about they were shopping Trey. That news dropped today that they were shopping him. So
as well they should, man. As well
they should. I agree.
Well, Atlanta kicking it behind right now.
Yeah, I agree. Get Trae Young out of there. Let him go somewhere. He got to understand. He got to be a 2.
They got a hold.
Not a 1.
Now the Heat just bring in Udonis Haslem and he'll change the game. He turns things around.
42 right on these jokers on my way out of here. Let me throw 40. Yeah, 42, right?
Oh,
Udonis Haslem the other night.
No, he had 24. He had
24.
My bad.
Yeah, 24.
Well, Udonis Haslam, that is 42. We saw
Word. He came.
He hasn't seen 42 since full
You
administration.
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Pierre Paul. Big shout out.
That's my man, my LB. All right.
Yes, sir. So what's up with Kyrie and Luka? Dallas, what's that about?
That's over.
Over. Done.
Yo, y'all
That's
think
experiment's
that
done.
Dallas? Y'all think Mark Cuban tanked that trying to get a pick?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
And they're gonna get fined for it too.
Hey,
absolutely.
If NBA is really gangster, they would just take it away from them
and give it to the Knicks. But I just hope the Knicks get it out right because they still have an 18% chance of losing that pick, and it'll go to the Knicks.
Okay.
So I'm just
they were talking about that. They were talking about that they should push them back and basically force them to give it to the Knicks.
Yeah.
Yeah, because what Dallas did, man, you just can't sit guys, just hey, we're gonna lose this game. Especially when you have a chance to get in the playoffs. It's not
exactly.
Yeah, that was a super bad look. That was a super bad look.
I know you might not want to hear this, but Mark Cuban's starting to become Jerry Jones.
Facts. So Dallas.
Facts.
It's Dallas, man. It's the water.
He's starting to become Jerry Jones. I saw him up in House Party movie. On Shark Tank. He out here doing everything but running his team right.
Hey, Kato, I'm more concerned with the fact that you went to see House Party movie.
I absolutely didn't go see that. Absolutely not. I'm not going to talk about how I saw it, but I saw it, and it wasn't in no movie theater.
You talking about the new rendition?
Listen, man. All I'm saying is that it's something that water out there in Dallas, man.
Yeah,
man. Owners lose their mind in Dallas, man.
Man, they out there trying to be stars, man, and they want to do everything but
we all up in the video.
All up in the videos.
Yeah, man. So I think the Suns is the favorite out of the West, to be honest with you.
I think so too.
Yeah, I think anything can happen for sure, especially with the Lakers. But I like the Suns. It's KD, Booker, and Chris Paul. It might be time for him to get something.
I like them too, but I'm gonna tell you who you better watch out for. Sacramento.
I told Jokers that last week, and they was like, "Nah, they too young." I was like, "That's kind of why they might do something."
I'm not saying they're gonna do it. I'm just saying watch out for them because they may upset somebody.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, they got Golden State first, and they play no defense, but they have the number one offense ever in NBA this year. So they're gonna be running.
That's gonna be a high scoring series.
Yeah, they're gonna be
One
running.
of the things that scare me about Phoenix is when is Chris Paul's birthday? Like May 20th or May something.
He falls off right after that.
Like he falls off. Like it's like he's another player. He just loses his it's kryptonite. His birthday is kryptonite to him. That's what scares me about him. And they traded away two of their best defenders. So, but look, having KD and Booker, man. Whew.
Yeah. Is Peyton back?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's back.
Yeah, he's back.
And Wiggins coming back too for the playoffs.
Yeah, if Wiggins can get his legs back, his condition and everything, Golden State can do something too.
Yeah, it's just that, man. It's something about when it gets to that fourth quarter, man. De'Aaron Fox, woo!
Yeah, boy, he can go.
And
man,
the road is not. There hasn't been
down the stretch. If it's anywhere close for the last 5 to 7 minutes, you getting a high dose of him.
Yeah,
and that's why I like them that they can actually upset Golden State because I don't think Golden State can guard those two guards.
Well, and their rotation's gonna be off. They're not gonna know. GP coming back, Wiggins coming back, all those young cats now getting their minutes cut. It's gonna be tough for them to close out games, I think. In the beginning.
And then you got Sabonis down low. Sabonis ain't weak, man. Like so, and Golden State that that's always been their Achilles heel is the big guys down there. Looney can't do that by himself, man. So
sure can't.
It's gonna be tough, yo.
And Draymond can't punk Sabonis.
Not at all.
No.
I want to see him try though.
He ain't even doing that.
I want to see you kick somebody. I want to see it happen.
Yeah, he ain't trying that with Sabonis.
He ain't trying.
You gotta just make sure that Harrison Barnes don't try to do too much to going against his old team.
Yeah. Something to prove.
And Golden State has to get it on the road. They haven't been able to do that this year.
Yeah.
Well, they're gonna be on the road because Sacramento got the better record, so they're gonna be on the road.
Yeah, they haven't fared well on the road at all. The worst team in the league on the road, right?
Yeah, but they also have that NBA record, 21 straight series road wins too. Golden State has in playoffs.
Oh well, that's about to go away.
Yeah, well,
that's about.
They all they got to win is one series on the road if they stay perfect at home. So it's just we're gonna see how they come together because they got to fit GP the second and Wiggins back in the mix.
Yeah, they definitely need Wiggins back because after those injuries to Clay's not the as good of a two-way player, especially on defense as he used to be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think that's where it hurts because Clay used to cover up a lot of Steph's deficiencies.
Yeah.
Guarding guards.
Yeah. And he used to like those big guards or those other, like two guard, from the better two guards on the other team. Clay would be all up on them, and he can't do that no more.
Mm-hmm.
Like you put Clay on Booker if you want.
Yeah.
That's a long night right there, boy.
Yeah.
That's a long night.
So, Denver got your man Joker, potential MVP.
Nah, Embiid got that.
Yeah, I think Embiid
showed that up.
Well, I mean, yeah, probably, but I don't know. Giannis?
I think Giannis should get it.
He may come in second or third, but I think Embiid, just the fact that he was runner-up the past 2 years and he closed out the year real strong. I mean, his team is third best in the league.
And he won the scoring title, too.
Yeah. Averaging over 30 and over, double-digit boards. Yeah. I think he'll get it.
I think Denver – I think Joker has something to prove, though, with the playoffs. And I don't think he's going to get the MVP. But I do think Denver is going to make a strong run in the playoffs this year.
I think the opposite.
Oh, you think they out early?
I think, it depends who they match up against. I think because I really think if they play the Lakers, I really got the Lakers upsetting them if they line up with the Lakers. I really think the Lakers will beat them, but I just don't think the Lakers are going to be in eighth place. I think the Lakers are going to win tonight and be in seventh.
Yeah,
and then it's going to fall down to Minnesota or New Orleans, and I think Denver will beat one of those teams. But
yeah.
Well, if it's New Orleans and Zion comes back, I don't know if Denver
Zion's nowhere coming back. He might be done. His career might be over, bro.
No,
his career's not over, but
it ain't that.
Yo,
I don't see him playing in New Orleans. I think they're gonna get rid of him.
Saying that he's so far from being back, you might as well scratch him for the rest of the year.
It was just a hamstring, really?
Yeah, it's a hamstring.
It's just a hamstring. But the thing about him, on a hamstring, you can't train, which means you can't keep the weight off. That's the problem.
He has to be constantly working out. Like he got to work out. I think New Orleans going to get rid of him.
I think they are too. I honestly, it almost feels to me like he wants to leave there because
Yeah, I
he
don't
hasn't
think he ever
played.
wanted to stay there.
I don't think he
I
wanted to
don't,
be here.
I don't think. I think initially that might have been the case, but I think after Brandon Ingram did what he did, the team was so successful last year, he made a commitment to stay. He was like he wanted to be there. He just can't stay healthy.
Now, I
And
think they could
because
pay
of
him the most money, and New Orleans got the best food. So I think that's the choice he made.
yeah, but yeah. I think that it's just he's the type of person where if he's sitting still, he gonna breathe and gain 5 pounds.
Yeah. Oxygen adds weight to him. Yeah.
He's just, he has to be active, working, training to keep it off. If he's not, so it's like okay,
something tells me
the hamstring. Now you got to get you in shape for the court.
Something tells me that Zion don't do nothing but sit at home and eat chips and do whatever and play video games.
Play video games. Yep.
I swear, like that he smells of that to me.
Yes. Yeah.
Right, but when you injure your hamstring, how do you train? You can't
be sitting down playing video games and eating all day either, knowing that you can't train.
But I don't even think it's not. I don't think he has to do that. I think
yes, he did. Yes, come on, like he has to because he is one of those guys. Like he's just big and he's gonna keep getting injured, man, unless he lose weight.
That's his body type, and
right.
Whatever he eats is going to put like he could be a vegan,
right?
He's still going to be heavy.
He's still going to be heavy.
He's
still
just
going to be heavy. Like he has to keep moving, and when he's injured, he can't move, which means he's sitting there getting heavy. So you got to get well from the injury, and then get in basketball shape, which is different than just losing weight.
And then just the amount of pressure on his joints alone, because I'm sure the torque from him just jumping the way he jumps is crazy.
Meanwhile, for real, this game is getting out of hand. Like it is ugly.
But who's playing? I'm sorry.
Atlanta and Miami. It's 62-39.
It's about to be a 30-piece?
It's 62-39. They killing
in the
them.
First half?
Who's up?
Yeah.
Miami. Atlanta. Wow.
Atlanta's up.
All that. And how much Trey got?
I don't know, but Trey out here scoring. Capella out here blocking Jimmy Butler shots and everything. It's crazy.
Trey only got 11.
But then again, it's the NBA.
Hold on,
Miami can figure around and come back in the second half.
Four of they dudes is in double figures. Trey Young, Bogdanovich, Bay, and Ogangu.
I know you guys talked about Trey Young earlier. I wanted to just add a little something. My feelings on him is real tricky because the boy could score the ball.
And he gets a lot of steals.
He's never going to play no defense.
He gets a lot of steals, though. He plays no defense.
It's just weird. I don't think he'll ever be able to lead a team to a chip. Like he can be a piece, but a very strategically used piece.
Why you say that? You say that because of his attitude or his play?
It's just his size and how he's able to affect the game because of his lack of size. No matter how many shots he's jacking up, it's like he can't affect the game in a way that Atlanta's going to win a chip. Or
I think he's more effective overall than Steph is.
And don't get it twisted, Hawk. He had over 40 games this year with over 10 assists.
Exactly.
So I mean, he's averaging close to 2 steals a game. He doesn't play defense, like he's not locking down the other guard, but he's definitely doing his thing.
I think he's just as good as far, if not better statistically, as Steph is, at the point guard position. And Steph has done well. I think the problem with a lot of these young kids when they come in the league, they go to teams and they have no veteran leadership or no veterans to, take them under their wing and say, yo, this is how you act. This is how you approach things. This is how you deal with coaches, management. Too many of these kids coming in and they run the show from day one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is the Trae Young case.
Yeah.
Well, so like, the talk is Atlanta's looking to move him. Where does he go? Who could use a Trae Young?
Well, shit. Who
See,
could?
I think Steph Curry. I think Steph Curry is good because he has Klay Thompson, and it allows him. You need another guy. Klay is not a one guy, but he's a solid number 2 guy, and he allows Steph. Steph is not selfish. Like, I think he could still be an assist guy and still be a selfish player, because
I agree.
And I think part of Trae Young's problem is his persona. Like, it's just I don't know. It's something about his attitude that is not a winning attitude. He can win games, yeah, because he's gonna put up numbers, and I get it, but he doesn't have another guy that's gonna match him in terms of scoring, which he needs, and he needs help. And he can't be your leader. He's not, because he's not. He's not one. Steph is a leader. Trae Young is not. I don't care about the numbers. It's what you do in the locker room around your teammates and all other stuff. That's what Trae Young is missing, man.
I agree though. Yeah. But I also believe it's because Steph has been around an environment to hone those leadership skills. Trae has never. He's been the guy for as long as he's probably been playing in a place like. Remember, he's from Oklahoma.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have that foundation. I don't think he knows how to lead. Quite honestly.
Because Steph, we didn't hear about Steph in AAU. We heard about Steph at Davidson, right?
Right.
And he's an AAU cat, and they've been telling him how great he was. So even if you have a veteran presence, with guys like these guys coming out now, that don't mean nothing. They don't care. Yeah. They're like, you don't make my bag. Get out my face.
Yeah.
I wanted to put back on what JT said, which was Trae reminds him of light-skinned Rondo with a shot.
Rondo was a hell of a leader.
Rondo was a hell of a leader, and Rondo played defense.
Yes, and Rondo played defense.
And his size and strength, he could do things that Trae Young just can't do.
And then part of the deficiency on defense, when you have a bad attitude, people don't want to play with you if you don't play defense.
Yeah.
Especially when you're jacking up long jump shots.
Yeah. You cannot play defense and just be jacking up shots too.
Yeah.
That's the worst.
When he jack up shots, he really jack them up.
Yeah, because that's the first thing that gets me pissed, even being on the court personally, man. If I'm playing D, and I'm running around and the dudes are just jacking shots up, I'm just like, I'm basically out the game at that point.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm done. And that's human, okay? And they human too. Those dudes feel the same way.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Charles Oakley let it be known.
Yeah.
He said, I didn't want to play with Mike. I wasn't getting no shot.
That's right.
We can see why Mike didn't want
that wasn't the exact quote, but I appreciate the paraphrase.
Yeah.
Knicks, let's talk about the Knicks, baby. Yeah,
that's right. So Oakley was looking to score 30 a game. Come on.
Nah, he just wanted 8. That's all. 6, 7.
That's what he got.
And he got his 6 and his 7, and he never won a chip.
Mike made sure that Oakley got what he was supposed to.
Huh?
Yeah.
Mike made sure Oakley got what he was supposed to. He didn't want to let him overdo it. He saved him from himself.
Right. Let's talk about the Knicks, though.
I'm excited. They get ready to. I think they get ready to beat Cleveland. I think they're gonna
absolutely
win that
not.
round series.
He said absolutely not.
Yeah. Well, listen, they own a 3-1 regular season against them.
That's not happening. They're not beating Cleveland.
Why
That's gonna be a great series.
Why not? Why so?
It's gonna be a good tough one because I think that it's the Knicks, man. They're not beating Cleveland.
Damn.
They're not beating Cleveland. Cleveland, those two guards, and then Mobley and them. It's gonna be different. I don't think the Knicks beating them though.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
the Knicks were strategically looking to play them too. And I think that
that's what's crazy.
That's the crazy part of it. And I think that now you're gonna get what you asked for.
But see, it's not crazy because we've blown these cats out all year, 3-1, and I don't know if any of the games have been close. I mean, you put him up on pay. Listen, Brunson has been running that team. Julius Randolph, we got quickly the sixth man of the year. We got a deep bench. I like my chances against Cleveland.
So what they're gonna do is they're gonna take a Coro and smother Brunson. Watch. That's what they're gonna do.
And Donovan has something to prove.
Yep.
Come on.
And we didn't
And they can't stop Donovan. That's the other part. They can't stop Donovan.
I mean, it'll be great if the Knicks do. It'll be great for the Knicks if they do it. I just don't see it happening.
I think it's going to be the best series either way, though. I think it's going 7. I think it's going to be good games all the way through.
Oh, it's definitely going 7.
It's definitely going to be great games, though.
Yeah, it's going 7.
Get the popcorn ready for that one.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be a good series. I like that series.
Another one going to be good, too. Get the popcorn ready for that Clippers Suns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, George, is he coming back?
I heard if it goes to like games 6 or 7, he'll be back. That's what I heard, but who knows?
Who?
Paul George.
Oh, Paul George. That's right. He's hurt. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah. That's so it's gonna be Russ in the claw.
Russ, listen, you laugh. Russ is trying. He got something to prove.
I'm not laughing. We're talking about Russ been playing decent.
Yeah, he's on a mission, Russ.
But I think the way Ty Lue is using Russ is why Russ has been playing well.
They got the microwave. They got the microwave. They got the microwave out there. He'll give them buckets.
Yeah, real quick. All right, sit down. Don't rush you. Don't do too much. Because he still will turn the ball over. He'll still
Y'all saw that what they call it, the print shop they did on Russ and LeBron in that game last week.
Yeah.
They had Russ giving LeBron the finger. That was such a terrible print shot. Oh man.
Yeah, man.
I'm looking forward to the playoffs. There's some intriguing matchups. I think it's going to be some really good games.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I will tune in. I'll finally tune in. It starts Saturday, right? It starts Saturday afternoon, right? The 4 games
starts tonight.
Saturday.
Well, the play-in starts tonight.
All right.
Play-in.
We didn't. I didn't want
the regular playoffs here. Regular playoffs start Saturday.
Yeah, the regular playoffs start Saturday.
I mean, everything after the regular season is the playoffs. No.
No. It's like I don't count that one baseball game. That wild card game they play. I'm like, listen, just give me the 4 teams, not the 6 teams I want to put in for an extra couple of dollars.
Well, officially, these playing games are not even stat tracked.
That's what I heard.
Yeah. Officially.
They consider them game 83.
Scrimmage. Pick up.
Well, it's definitely intriguing though because these are some good games to determine the seeding and all that. Man. So I like it.
Yeah.
It all counts. So what you guys think of this? I guess next year they're doing another.
They're doing an in-season tournament.
The in-season tournament. What was that? What is that about?
They're trying to copy soccer.
Yeah,
they do that in the soccer league, but it means a lot different because you talk about a few leagues converging for the mid-season tournament. With the NBA, it's just the one league, so I don't know how it's gonna come off.
What's the concept of it though? What's the concept of it? Because I get the play-in. Like, I mean, they've been doing this play-in tournament like in pickup in other small leagues for years, so I understand that. But this in-season tournament, what is the concept behind it? Like, what is it? What are they doing?
More ad dollars.
It's an elimination tournament.
But I'm saying, Coach. So, but I'm talking about like, what is the concept of it? Like at what point? You see how like right now, like they take the 7 and the 8 and the 9 and the 10, and they got the play-in tournament. So you know that if a 7 and the 8, the winner goes on 7 and 8. Like, what's the breakdown of this in-season tournament? Like, what is it?
Yeah, I don't know when they're going to hold it. but I guess it's basically something to give teams that you normally don't get to see.
No, what I heard was that it's supposed to put more interest on the regular season, but it's supposed to be like some mid-season champ, some bullshit like that. That's what they're going to try to promote. Yeah.
All right, I can read it to you guys.
Yeah,
the
go
NBA
ahead.
is finally instituting a long-rumored mid-season tournament as a part of its new collective bargaining agreement. But in all of the years the idea was discussed, an exact structure was never publicly proposed. According to Yahoo's Ben Rauerbach, both leagues settled on a basic framework for the event, which could start as soon as next season. Here is what we know so far. The league will be divided into 6 pools of 5 teams apiece. The pools will be composed of teams from the same conference, but that does not mean they will be based on divisions. On designated days during the first 6 weeks of the season, teams will play 4 group games. That means they will play each team in their pool once, with 2 games coming at home and 2 coming on the road. The winner of each of the 6 pools will advance to the single elimination stage, along with 2 wild card teams. The exact method of determining the wild card team has not been specified. The semifinals and finals of the tournament will be held at a neutral site. The players on the winning tournament team will receive $500,000 each. The NBA schedule released in the offseason will include only 80 games apiece for each team. The teams that do not advance to the knockout stage will have 2 more games added to their schedule. Teams that reach the tournament finals will play 83 total games. The idea of the in-season tournament is still relatively new by American standards. All right.
Oh, it's an AAU tournament. This is the EYBL.
So does that give more value to regular season games and encourages players not to load manage?
Right. Yeah. So basically, it's like playing your regular season or whatever, but a game matters more now because it could be a tournament. It could be the championship of that particular tournament instead of it just being particular regular game 32.
And you get money for it. A champion.
Right.
You get extra bonus money and all that. So.
Extra $500,000. Man, $500,000.
I get it.
So the NBA is becoming AAU. That's crazy. And AAU is going away. That's the other crazy part about it.
Wow, crazy. So, yeah, man. How's that Atlanta Miami Heat game going?
Atlanta, the Hawks. Not the Hawks, but the Heat trying to chip away, but it's still a little ugly.
Yeah.
And also, that game is not lose and go home. The loser actually gets to host the next game. So,
yeah, it's
that 7-8 game.
It's halftime right now.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I think we had a good episode 105. Thank you, KG, for popping in on the brothers. Appreciate that, God.
Always, man.
Always good to see you, KG.
Man. Yeah, Wes is finally at the crib.
Yeah, good seeing you, K.
Same, man. Same. But all of you guys, man. Same.
Yes, sir.
Good seeing and talking to you every time.
Salute, bro. Salute.
Hey, Wes, I need you to get back on the golf course, man, so I can see you at the Masters next year, man.
Yo, it's funny you say that because Sunday I had my Masters gear on, right? My little shirt, my hat, and I had to put it on one of my boys real quick, take his money. He was. I called him second place. That's his new nickname, second place.
Oh, that's bad.
You might. Hey Wes, you might be better than Tiger out there, man.
Nah, no. I'm still struggling. I know Cliff got something to teach me. I'm waiting to get Cliff to play with me so I can learn something. I can learn something. He could have spared all my grief.
Y'all got to get out there.
One quick question before we check off. Like, I know I missed this one. What do you guys feel about the whole Zeke thing about Dallas?
I think it's sad because he had to go, right? There's no doubt about it. But I think Zeke was probably one of the quietest leaders the Cowboys had. They don't got many dogs on their team, and he was one rare person that he wasn't like a vocal leader like out front, but I heard he had a lot of input in the locker room.
Mm-hmm.
So and the Cowboys don't have leadership. That's their problem.
Yeah, it may be a debacle because I think he was a strong leader and he's going to be missed.
That's what I said. He's going to be missed, but I knew why they had to get rid of him. So mixed feelings on it.
Well, he took too much upfront money. They paid him too early, and now it's just time to slash him. I hope we get Bijan Robinson. I'll tell you that though.
I do.
That's what they're talking about him. Them trying to get him. And like even the preseason of next year for the fantasy, they got Bijan. He ain't even get picked yet. They got him like number 9 in the top 10 of fantasy.
No, he's a man. He's a beast, yo.
Yeah, he could play.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right, gentlemen. Been a good one.
All right, fellas.
Peace, y'all. Have a good week.
Yes, sir. See y'all next week. Salute.
Peace.
Okay.
I missed that.